Our correspondent, Israel Eferobor, was at the airport and joins us now in the studio for the latest. Israel, thank you very much for joining us. Good to have you here. Israel, what did you meet on ground when you arrived at the airport? How badly were air peace operations affected?
Well, what we met on the ground this morning when we got to the airport was a crowd of people who were waiting to board your flight, who came to the airport as early as 5 a.m. today to get to their various destinations on time. But they were not allowed, to board. They were not allowed to operate and go about doing whatever it is for them that they need to do to get on the flight, because all the terminal and indeed the ticketing services around the airport section of the MM1 was picketed by unions in the aviation sector. I'm talking about ATSAN, NAPE. They were all on the ground there to ensure that airport flights heading towards different parts of the country do not take off today. And according to them, there were lots of issues that needs to be resolved before anything can be done,
All right, so I'm coming to the operators, but I'm very concerned about the passengers. I'm wondering what you found there with the stranded passengers. Did they tell you anything about the disruption? Not just that, I also want to know if it was just air peace passengers that were affected or other operations across the airport.
Well, indeed, for what we saw on the ground, it was just the air peace flights operations that were disrupted. But the issue goes beyond air peace. Basically, it is not just air peace that is involved, but air peace, according to what we got on the ground, is being picketed because of their stand on the issue. The issue is about the non-remittances of ticket sales charge. They call it TSC in the aviation sector. Now, these monies are monies that are being paid by passengers. Whenever a passenger books a flight, there is a 5% charge that goes into the ticket sales. These monies over the years are meant to go to the agencies like NCAA to manage their operations. That will also trickle down to other associations as well. Now, these monies, according to those we met on the ground, the associations, these monies have not trickled down to them over the last 10 years.
Hang on a second, Israel.
Yes.
Just for confirmation, are you saying that air peace does not remit, or is this a general thing by all the airlines, or is it just specific for air peace?
Now, they are particular about air peace because according to them, there was a meeting that was called by the Minister of Aviation just about last week, where these issues were meant to have been resolved. But what we were told on the ground was that air peace categorically said they will not speak with the unions. And so this is why the unions were, for lack of, they were angry about such a statement from air peace, according to them. And this is why they have also gone ahead now to focus mainly on air peace. Now, that's not just the issue. They are also saying that air peace is the biggest debtor, the biggest defaulter in this grand scheme of levies and monies that have been owed to these agencies and associations that are under the aviation sector. So that's why air peace is headlining, all of this. Today, other flights at the MM1 were taken off as well. But for those of air peace, they were grounded.
So what are the officials of air peace saying? What did they tell about the situation?
Well, according to, because we spoke to the air peace officials, spoke to a particular one of them who said he's the ground operations manager for air peace, and he did say that this is totally unfair. And he from his statement, he was trying to say that there was nothing like an agreement that would have compelled air peace to go ahead and pay monies just like that. So I want to believe it's a documentation issue. But away from that, this is an issue that has grew over the years. So it's not something that started today. For the associations that picketed air peace today, they say that they have gone on warning strike. The information has been out there for them to come to the negotiation table and resolve this issue. But all of that has fallen on deaf ears from the side of air peace and indeed other operators. I asked them what other airlines are involved in these infractions that are being committed. They say there are many others, but they are remorseful. I'm quoting them right now, that those other airlines are being remorseful, but for Air Peace in particular, they are not being remorseful about the whole thing. But according to Air Peace, it is totally unfair, and because it seems like the channel of communication for all of this from the onset was not properly stated, and this is why they have not gotten to this point. But in terms of resolutions now, we understand that there will be some sort of meetings already today. There are already calls being made, conversations ongoing right now. And we do know that tomorrow there will be a meeting with the authorities and all those involved to see how they can resolve this issue. Because right now, people are still stranded at the airports.
What about those people?
Yes.
Did you learn anything about these customers that have had their flights canceled? What's going to, I mean, because there is supposed to be a federal aviation rule or law guiding passengers who are, well, who have their flights canceled. So who's going to pay for all that? I don't know what position they're in now.
Exactly. So the position is indeed very, very sketchy. Nothing has been said about those people who missed their flights today. Some were trying to get on other airlines to get to their destinations today. I spoke to people there today. Some were ill. Some were nurses trying to get to their client, their patients in other states of the country for treatment. All of that now was not being able to, couldn't be done today by these people. So these are the different layers and dimensions of the huge cost of this picketing that happened today. Yes, how will they now go ahead now and manage the losses that have been incurred? Those who booked their flight for today, will they get their monies back? We do not know. And indeed, some of those who met on the ground, the passengers, they were also very angry and bitter about the fact that as at the time we were at the airport, people were still booking, to come to the airport and not knowing that there was an issue. So they were also really angry that the information the information was not out there just yet for people to know that, hey, don't come to the airport right now because there is an issue. So yes, indeed, the problem is huge right now.
It is a very big problem, but on a lighter note, I'm wondering what a remorseful airline would look like. What are they expecting? I don't know. I'm wondering what the other airlines did and that Air Peace didn't do. But it's all good. Thank you very much, Israel.
Air Peace did say that, according to the people on the ground, Air Peace did say that they weren't going to speak to these associations.
So it's their stance then?
This is why they actually focused on Air Peace.
So because of their stance, their immovable stance.
Yes.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
All right, remorseless then. Thank you very much, Eferobor, Israel. We'll continue to monitor the situation. I'm sure that you're on that, and perhaps maybe we'll even expect a report. Thank you, Israel.